Hi guys, it's Paul here. I have another dream to share with you. I had this one back November 4th, and I had to wait to get confirmation for it, so I had it on the shelf for a while, just praying about it, and lo and behold, just got my confirmation a few minutes ago while watching the prophetic word of another pastor, so here we go. Alright, so I asked that you pray and ask for discernment for this one, because some of it's obvious, some of it isn't, but I have a feeling this one has a lot of messages in the messages. So you tell me what you think in your comments afterwards, and if it helps you, great, comment on it. I like to learn too. Okay, so here we go. I had this back November 4th 2022. I didn't write what time I woke up at here, so the beginning of the dream, I saw myself sitting on the roof of a bullet train. And I was on top with my former boss that I used to work in patient transport. And his name was Brian. I made a bunch of notes today that I discovered. This was really cool. So it turns out Brian, according to the Bible, it means high and noble. So moving on, I noticed he had construction boots, like he meant business, but I was barefoot. And we were both sitting on the train the way you would sit on the back of a horse, which I thought was interesting. We went through 3 separate brick walls in a row that would blow up every time we hit them. But I didn't see any destruction on the plane whatsoever. We arrived at our destination. Hang on, I need my glasses to read this. I'm blind. We went through the 3 walls of bricks. When we arrived at our destination, we got out and he asked me to enter into a building. And when I walked outside, I got off the train and I looked at this building. For any of us old enough to remember the original Star Wars movie, the building looked like the Jawa vehicle that the Jawas used to be in. And it resembled like that vehicle in Star Wars. And this entire building, it resembled the Jawa vehicle in Star Wars. I entered the building, but I didn't want to be there. I lit up a piece of paper and I walked out and I threw it, and I expected the building to blow, but it didn't. I was in front of this building when I came back out. This was a separate scene. I was in front of this building, the same building, and I was with my wife now. And he turned around. Okay, I'm reading this wrong. I was in front of this building with my wife. We turned around to enter a hotel, but instead of a hotel entrance, there was a helicopter there. We went in it, and we went up in circles in the air. We flew back down to the ground and entered into that building, what was the hotel. When I walked in, I saw my old supervisor, Ian. This was another boss at the same job. He told me to please train all the young people here. I didn't really want to do this because in the past I had done it for 7 years, but he asked me to do it anyway, and he knew that I had been a trainer in the past. But I walked in and I was told to get in the vehicle number 39. So when I looked up 39, that meant holy place and sanctuary. They offered me a black van. I drove it up, I went and got it, and I drove it up, but it had a leak in the engine, so I left it inside the shop and I left the garage. And that's the 2 dreams. So here's where it gets interesting. I looked up boss, obviously symbolic of authority. I looked up train, symbolic of going from one place to another, but it also symbolizes a journey. Boots, he was wearing boots, I wasn't. I looked up boots, and that was symbolic of war. Isaiah 8:5. The Lord spoke also unto me again, saying, what the heck? Symbolic of preparedness to share the gospel in Ephesians 6:15. And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. barefoot, like feet that are barefoot, bare feet, sorry, are symbolic of a journey or a messenger, which is in Exodus 3:5. And he said, draw not nigh hither, put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is a holy ground. That's exciting. So wherever we're going is holy ground. Brick walls, which is number 5, I looked it up, and it was a Zechariah 4:6. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, this is the word of the Lord, and unto Zerubbabel, saying, not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord of hosts. And because there was 3 brick walls, I wanted to look that up. So 3 obviously means the Trinity, which is attached to Matthew 28:16. Then the 11 disciples went away into Galilee, into the mountain where Jesus had appointed them. And there was a few other side notes I wrote here. So that Jawa vehicle-looking building was made of granite. I don't know why, but when I saw it, I knew it was made of granite. So I looked that up. And in early Genesis, when they talk about God making the land masses, I didn't know that they were made of granite. I didn't know that. So that's what it said when I read it. I looked up what rock meant, and immediately my mind went to, like a foundation, but it actually means strength, steadiness, and durability. And helicopter, this was funny. The part about me and my wife getting in a helicopter was attached to a parable of a drowning man. I'm sure you guys have heard this joke, but it's of a Christian man in a boat, and he puts all his trust in God, and 2 boats and a helicopter come and offer his help as his boat's leaking. He's like, no, the Lord will take care of me. The Lord will take care of me. And he finally drowns, and then he's standing in front of the Lord saying, why didn't you help me, Lord? And the Lord goes, well, I sent you 2 boats and a helicopter. So trust, have faith, but also try to identify when somebody's trying to help you. Take the help. Okay, so that's the dream. Those are the messages, and I guess this is for somebody to hear this. I love you guys, and I'll keep bringing out the videos. Okay, bye.